Good morning. It is Friday, July 24th, 63rd day on trail. About 6:30 in the morning. I've only been on trail for about 10 minutes or so getting, I don't know what you want to call it, much earlier start than yesterday, but somewhere around average here lately. Clearing the spider webs for the other guys. Eckville shelter was actually closed when we got there last night, or yesterday afternoon. Something about these, well, the last two shelters, the enclosed shelters, have both been closed. I don't know if it's northern Pennsylvania or what. But they all have signs, or both had signs talking about all Appalachian Trail facilities are closed, which is odd because I don't think either one of these were run by the actual ATC. But we'll see. All the other shelters out here seem to be open without signs, so I'm not sure because those have maybe 4 walls. They're more concerned, which is stupid, but that's okay. So far it's a fairly cool day. The day is going to start out with a 2-mile uphill. Here momentarily we'll start that uphill, but the initial goals for the day, there's 2 shelters I'm looking at. One's 22 miles, the other one's 24, so I'm most likely going to shoot for the 24. I think the 22 is Baker Knob Shelter, which has a privy. There's reports of wasps and a large black snake that live inside that shelter. The George W. Baker Bridge, I believe, was the next one. That one does not have a privy and also has reports of lots of wasps and bees that live in and near the shelter. So looks like our options are bees or bees with snakes. So we'll see. I'm gonna try to make this course down speed. I didn't look at the weather, but I'm assuming it's probably gonna rain again today. But we'll see. I was starting out the day with the rain pack on. But that's all I've got. As usual, as things come up, I will jump on and capture them. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Got a nice little stone step pathway here to start the day. A swampy area, I guess. Since it's rained the last 2 days, there is a little bit of moisture on the trail. Nice little bridge this morning. I think as usual, there's water way before we would need it, thanks to staying there near Eckert Shelter. Had a water spigot that we were allowed to use. Looks like we got I don't know, got a hammock camper down here. They must have, I'm not sure, bypassed, or they must have seen the signs, I guess, for Eckert being closed. Okay, I'll get off here, try to be quiet while I pass this guy who's sleeping. There's another tree that people decided to carve up. Seems like it's only when you're getting close, so I don't think it's thru-hikers that are carving the trees up. Well, this is not on the gut hooks. It's kind of got a blue blaze back there, but I'm definitely not going 2.5 miles off trail. Yep, not doing it. and that was a heck of a hill. We're pretty much to the top. We're up on the ridgeline. Now, it looks like we may have a little bit more to go, but yeah. There is a lookout up here somewhere, like less than a mile up trail. So we'll live with whatever that has to show us. And so definitely, especially with a 22 or 24 mile day, I'm not gonna add another 5 miles out and back to see a lookout. So, yep, we'll see you down trail. So we're approaching Dan's Pulpit lookout. But yeah, apparently we needed to go through another little section of rock trails. I thought there was a comment I read as well about a boulder field coming up. So we'll see. There was another comment about 2 rattlesnakes sunbathing themselves just north of this lookout. But that's obviously a hit and miss. I doubt they're going to be up here trying to get sun at 7:20 in the morning. There's not much of a sun out yet, although it is unbelievably hot already. But yeah, I really just wanted to capture another section of rocks here. Oops, don't pay attention, fall backwards. So I'll jump back on. We're still like 0.1 mile from the lookout. So I'll jump back on once we're up there to share the lookout with you. Like I said, I just wanted to capture the rocks on the trail. I don't know if this is what they're calling the boulder field or just rocks, but we'll see you at the lookout. So this should be Dan's Pulpit lookout. I'm not sure why it's called Dan's Pulpit, but that's what it's listed as. Yeah. Ooh. Tree moves. Yeah, pretty awesome view, even with the overcast and the rain that we're going to be getting today. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, the farmland's awesome. Looks like a little housing community down there, maybe. But yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I think I still prefer just straight up views of nature and not. Every once in a while, I guess the farmland and stuff's cool, but yeah, just give me more forest, some hawks, some eagles. Mountains to look at, rivers, and I'll be happy. But yeah, well, we're going to carry on. This would have been I think this is probably where we would have camped if we couldn't have stayed closer to the I forget the name, wherever we stayed last night. Okay, I'll see you guys down trail. Looks like, yeah, here's this may be the boulder field the comments were talking about. So this is where the trail is going. So we'll see you down there somewhere. Out. This is Dan's Spring. It's 0.1 miles down. I don't know if you can tell how steep that is, but yeah, I decided to risk it and leave my backpack at the top. So I'm gonna get, well, I'm glad I did, as long as a bear doesn't attack it or get in it. So I'm gonna get my water and get back up there. See you later. So, it's just in case, oops, just in case you couldn't tell how steep it was, I figured I'd record some of the trip back up. Yeah, I'm definitely glad I didn't bring my backpack. Yeah, just when you thought you were going up there, right? We are. I decided to give us a little what you call it? Yeah, I guess my brain's just not with it this morning. Yeah, for the life of me, I can't think of what that's called. Oh well, but you get the point here. That tree laying across the path. Yeah. Water is really in a convenient place. So we're still going through rocks. Seems like I'm just under a 2 mile an hour average overall. I did stop to hydrate and take a couple of pictures, but these rocks are definitely significantly slowing down the progress. This is supposed to be balance rocks. Balance rocks. Yeah, it's another view. Look out. So we'll go up here and take a look at it. Oh. Not sure why it's called balance rocks. Guess maybe we'll find out here. Just a bunch of rocks balancing on an edge, maybe. There's another decent view over there. Again, it's more farmland. Yeah, I'm not sure. Basically, it's a rock field on the side of the mountain. So, seemed bigger, more impressive. But we'll take what we can get. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed, I think, in Pennsylvania's views, but the rocks are definitely not letting me down, I guess. Last couple of days, anyways. Allentown Hiking Club shelter. It's right on trail, so I figured I'd stop by. As usual, that every time I walk to a shelter, it seems like I end up having to cut the video off. There was someone sitting there. It was actually a bulldog, so I could have left it running or kept doing what I was doing. Yeah. Apparently we just discovered there's a possible restaurant about 4.5 miles ahead of us. So he's waiting at the shelter for Pace, and then I told him they normally pass me, but I told them if for some reason they didn't, I would wait at the intersection down here about 4.5 miles down trail. if it looked like everybody wanted to go try to eat at this restaurant. There's mixed comments, so I'm not getting my hopes up yet. Some say they're closed, some say they don't open until 3 p.m. And then use Google Earth, and Google Earth says they're open at 8, open until, well, basically 8 to 2000. So sounds like they're open. Also says they have an all-you-can-eat buffet, which is going to be dangerous if they're open, and that's actually true. What we're finding is some restaurants that say they have buffets, they don't have them open due to COVID. So we'll see. Even if there's no buffet, it'll be another treat to eat at a restaurant. Okay, yeah, I just thought I would turn the camera around. Yeah, it'd be a treat to eat at a restaurant again. Although we just left, I guess 2 days ago. I guess we left from town, I think. Yeah, where we had pizza. Oh, well, we had 501, had pasta there. But yeah, it's always funny how this happens. We're hearing around food, then we run across an option or a possibility to go to a restaurant that's close to the trail, and we normally jump on it, which for me, it's kind of drives my OCD into overdrive, since all my meals are prepped by the day. I got a gallon Ziploc bag with a meal for every day, so every time we go to a restaurant, it just throws me into a downward spiral. I actually have another Ziploc bag where I end up putting all the leftover stuff in, or it's extra. I call it extra in case I'm extra hungry one day. There's like extra protein bars or extra protein cookies or granola bars, or if I have to get, if my M&Ms are off by the number of days I'm packing out for, the extra M&Ms will be in there, or whatever. So yeah, because of yesterday, actually, when we got to where we stayed last night, we actually ate most of the food that that I had for yesterday. Even though we had the huge Cracker Barrel, I wasn't hungry, but I just decided to go ahead and stock up on the calories since I've been in such a deficit. Yeah, I haven't had a scale for a while, but I think I'm still losing weight out here, so I've got to put a stop to that. But yeah, so that's the update for now. I really just wanted to explain why the video cut off again, and then talk about the fact that we may go eat lunch at a restaurant. So I'll see you guys down trail. Oh, and I'm telling you, the rocks. Look at there. There's a second route to the spring. There was another trail from the shelter I was at going to the spring. But yeah, so we'll see you down trail. Oh, the rocks I was going to talk about. Well, since the shelter, they've cleared up or eased up some, but yeah, the number of rocks and the miles that we've walked on rocks so far this morning is true to Pennsylvania's name, or namesake, I guess, Rocksylvania. We do also, apparently we have something called the Knife's Edge. Should be hitting this afternoon. So different than the Knife's Edge in Maine, but same concept apparently. So we'll see. Okay, see you guys down trail. So just as Pennsylvania likes their rocks, for some reason the last 2 days they've liked these roads too. I don't know if these are like hunting areas, but pretty much ever since we left there, I left that shelter, I've been hiking on roads like this. One of them was pretty tore up. It looked like there was a huge tractor trailer or something. Some heavy machinery recently went through the mud, left some pretty gnarly tire tracks. But there's been a couple of different roads that have split off from here. Some signs talking about the ATC and the state hunting whatever highly suggest everyone be wearing hunter orange during hunting season, etc. But yeah, some portions of this have some rocks, but for the most part, it looks like it's just an old country part-time road. So yeah, I'm not sure what they're used for. I could only assume hunters drive back and park somewhere, but I haven't really seen any parking spots either. So yeah, I just thought it was interesting that most of the day we'd been hiking on rocks and through boulder fields, and then here we are for approximately 4 miles. If this keeps up, we'll be hiking on this road. All right, we'll see you down trail. That is why I don't get my hopes up anymore. So the restaurant that was 0.2 miles actually was right off the trail. It doesn't open until 3 or 4, depending on what resource you look at. There were a couple other restaurants, but they were 3+ miles down the road. We tried our best. Tried Uber, Lyft. Neither one of them had cars available. We tried a hostel that's 10 miles down the road. They apparently wouldn't or don't have shuttle services. We called the restaurant, see if they knew of anybody. Nothing. We called every taxi service that we could find in the area. Most of them said we were out of the area. The one in area didn't have any cars available. We even tried to hitchhike for a few minutes. That's probably the only thing we didn't give a real honest effort to. Just based off the fact that we would also have to hitchhike back if there are no Ubers or Lyfts or other taxi services or shuttle services. So we just decided to say screw it. Not worth the possibility of having to add 6 miles to our day when we're already looking at a 24 mile day just for lunch that we weren't really planning on having anyways. So the other two stayed back there and they're eating lunch. I ate lunch on the go, so I've already eaten my pepperoni and I had a Cliff Bar. So I'm gonna head down track. I don't know where or how far, but there's two views coming up, but my main destination is the next water source. I need to look at that. Since I skipped the last water source thinking we were gonna go get lunch and have plenty of options there. But yeah, so we'll see. Yep, I'll see you guys down trail. This is a view. There's several views coming up, like I was saying. I don't know if they're... This doesn't really look like a campsite, but I guess it's just another view of the city or the town or whatever you want to call it. Again, if they're all like that, they're not going to be worth looking at. Maybe a stealth campsite back there. I guess it's close enough to the road. I guess if you were local, it would be a nice place to come watch sunset, sunrise maybe. But yeah, nothing spectacular compared to the other views we've seen here on the AT. Yeah, it looks like there's a spot for a tent back there, a small tent, but there's supposed to be all kinds of unofficial campsites through here as well. But yeah, okay, going further down trail. Well, we're gonna see, according to Gut Hooks, I'm 0.1 mile from Knife's Edge. They said, I don't know. Supposedly it's the same concept as the Knife's Edge in Maine coming down from Katahdin. But we'll see. We have been in another rock field. for quite a while. rock ledge there, summit, I guess, going along the ridge line just to my right of the trail. But I'm not going to record the whole time getting there. But when I get there, if it's any different than the stuff we're already walking on, I'm just going to carry on smartly. But if it's something different or looks worthwhile, I'll jump back up on cam. We'll either see you guys there or somewhere down trail. This is coming up to Knife's Edge. I guess we're going to, the assumption is, walk along some rocks. I just figured since it was a climb, I would at least capture that coming up. But yeah, looks like we're gonna walk along a rocky ridgeline for a little while. We'll see. It's obviously not going to be anywhere near as extreme as what we'll see in Maine if I'm lucky enough to do the Knife's Edge coming down. There's people coming. Standing by for a break. There were a group of thru-hikers coming through, so I stopped to let them through. Yeah, so we do have yet again another view of this town. Like I said, I guess it's okay. I don't know. But yeah. I'm not sure. I don't think it didn't say how long this went on. Let's see here. It's always fun to do this stuff, period. But then trying to do it with holding both my trekking poles in one hand and the camera in the other. So basically doing it no-handed without my trekking poles. Every once in a while I can use my trekking poles to kind of catch my balance or to help leverage myself. Yeah, it just adds to the fun. That comes down. Someone once said should always have like 3 point of contacts to the ground when you're doing stuff like this. But like I said, trying to record it, holding my trekking poles. Technically, I guess I could call my trekking poles a third point of contact. But yeah, it's not too bad here. So it's definitely nowhere near as high as the one on Katahdin. There's hardly any breeze. No worries there. Yep. Trail says we're up here. Oops. We gotta come up here, right? Someone's buff. I don't know if that's AT or what. I'm gonna stop and get a picture here. Okay, yeah, I just shifted over, get a snapshot or a selfie. Selfie on Knife's Edge. Yeah. I'm not gonna bother trying to set up the tripod and using the remote button. Yeah. I guess that's one way. You could just start running, and hopefully you jump rock to rock without face planting down, I guess. So yeah, I guess that was probably it, guys. Obviously it looks like we're going to continue on with our rocks slash, I don't know, I guess maybe that one could have been a boulder field, but this one's just more rocks. So we're going to continue down trail, but I'm pretty sure that was the end of what was known as Knife's Edge or whatever it was. So I'll see you guys down trail. So what do you reckon it means when the white blaze is covered in blood? We'll see. I'm just gonna come up here and get these mushrooms real quick. I got several pictures of these. But these things seem to like grow all over the place here. Some look nicer than others, so I've got pictures of a couple of nice blooms, I guess, if that's what you want to call them. But, okay, we'll see you guys down trail. Now that is what you call trail magic at its best, especially with the heat these days. Like water, leave jug, I refill. Oh, these beautiful angels. Love, Mun. Mun. You are definitely my angel right now. On our way up to Bake Oven Knob, I was ignoring it at first, but it's such a disgrace. There's like spray paint all over stuff coming up this trail. And there's a parking lot, it's like 0.2 miles down. So Bake Oven's Knob is only like 0.4 miles up from this parking lot. But obviously, any place you put a parking spot, well, I can't, that would be unfair, I guess. I can't say any place. It's just, this absolutely makes me sick that crap like this goes on. I mean, why? Why do people need to come out here and spray paint trees, rocks? And a lot of this stuff is nothing. It's just random colors on rocks. There's some initials, just like the hey there picture I took. CNL, VIVIXFVV. Yeah. So it's just makes me sick. It just ruins it. Yeah, family just went by. It's pretty steep uphill. It looks like it's going to be through another rock slash boulder field here. So, yeah. Oh yeah, there's another family coming. So I'm going to stop recording. I'll see you when I get past them. Okay, I'm past that family. They had a little girl, probably about Lila's age, very determined to hike down the hill by herself. I don't know. You can see down there that. That's her dad helping her down the trail. She wanted to do it herself, so it was interesting to watch. But yeah, see, I mean, just like all the way up, the view, I mean, it's just, then you got on these little outcrops, they're spray painted, and I'm sure once I get to the top of this, it's supposed to be a spectacular view. The next shelter is named after this summit viewpoint, but yeah, smell marijuana. It'd be, I mean, I can just picture it now. There's gonna be spray paint everywhere. There's something, yeah. How do you? Just makes me sick. See, I mean, you can't enjoy the views because of all the spray paint. Someone's got some pretty strong opinions. They wanted spray painted red, white, and blue. Yeah. So, I mean, what do you do? Let's see. The birds work for the, I can't read that. I don't know. Apparently the birds work for someone. I think we're probably gonna get rained on at some point. I quit checking the weather. I figure I've gotten wet 2 days in a row. My stuff's almost dry, so it's about time to get rained on. Although I really can't complain. Last couple of weeks we've been real lucky as far as rain. So I'm gonna come over here. I don't know, I guess. Okay, so the AT goes that way. This is the knob. But, see, here we go. Instead of just leaving it be, we had to label it. I'm sure there's gonna be people out here. So there are, probably cut it off or point it down, chop it out, edit it. Someone's got some clothes. A bit sketchy, climbing around no hands again. Oh. Yep. Messages. Now that would be an awesome place to live. Right down there. Okay. Yep. So hopefully there were some young kids sitting over there talking on the phone and blah blah blah. But yeah, such a disappointment. 420. I'm upside down, but yep. So much for enjoying this awesome place. Trim. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's like over 5 minutes worth of me complaining about spray paint on rocks and some disappointing views because of the spray paint. So I'll end that here and see you guys down trail. I can't tell what this is. Doesn't look to be a rattler. He's a baby though. I don't think he's a rattler. Shit. He went in the rock. Oh well. Now I just got stuck by a thorn bush, but I think it was specifically to draw my attention to these blackberries over here. There's only a couple of ripe ones, but I'm sure as shit gonna eat them. Yep. Still not disappointing here. We're going through. So you can never tell. I'm zoomed into a normal zoom. I can't tell what I'm looking at or what you guys are looking at. Probably not much. Well, that and the fact that I'm not looking at the camera helps not know. But yeah, and just the trail has decided it's gonna go. Let's see if we can. Oh, there we go. Go through another boulder field here. I just don't know if you guys can tell how big these boulders are without something in there for comparison. Let's just say, yeah. Let's just say they're not small rocks. They're obviously not the 30, 40 foot tall ones I went by, but those are supposed to be bigger. Like the blaze is supposed to be 2 by 6 inches. I mean, there's a small tree next to it. That's probably, I don't know, it's twice as tall as I am. And again, someone has decided to get in there and spray paint. Yeah. Let's see. In here, I thought there wasn't. I didn't think I was taking very much video today, but I have a feeling I've taken a lot. And a lot of it's just me complaining about spray paint. But also, I think showing all these rocks, like I said, I'm still convinced that every state has their sections of rocks. But definitely, I think I've said this the whole time, Pennsylvania, it appears that Pennsylvania does indeed have the most so far and the biggest, I guess, sections of rocks. So every state has their little rock fields. But like I said, the majority of today has literally been on rock fields, boulder fields. I guess one of the running jokes about parts of Pennsylvania is little gremlins come out at night and sharpen the rocks and put them all pointing up, little sharp points up. So that's what makes it so bad. But these boulder fields and rock fields can be just as bad without the sharp pointy ones up. But okay, that's enough. I just wanted to capture more rocks. Oops. I really am surprised I haven't busted my ass yet. Or hard, or seriously, I guess. I've definitely slipped and fallen and banged my legs up, but okay, I'll see you guys down trail. So I'm about 6 miles from where I think I'm staying tonight. It's 15:30, so we're pretty much kind of on track. I haven't seen the other two guys lately. Like I said, they stayed back, ate their lunch. I don't know if they were possibly lucky enough and maybe got a ride into town. I don't know. But they normally take an hour or two for lunch, I think. So once they stop, it's usually a while before they catch up with me, since I eat on the go. But yeah, we're going through, or we've still been going through boulder fields, rock fields. So I just thought I'd jump on and share a little bit more. So I've got some crazy ideas going on in my head, but I'm gonna get to this shelter. I think it was like the GW, George W. something. It's not Bush, but yeah. It was the 24-mile shelter I was looking at, which is, yeah, I'm almost 19 miles now. So given a couple of the smaller side trails, it should be right on track with the estimate. It seems like my mileage is always a little more than what Guthook shows, but I do, when I'm calculating, I'll round up. So, but yeah, okay. So I will see you guys down trail. I don't know what these are. Carbon Company East Penn TWP 1966. So it's like the third or fourth one I've noticed. I don't remember what they all said. I think I've got pictures of most of them. But yeah, I just figured I'd capture that on my way down or past it, since so it's like the third or fourth one I've seen. So see you down trail. And we think these are baby blueberries. We've been eating them. Nobody's died yet. It's the first time I've seen one in a couple of days. So I'm gonna munch on some of these and then get on down trail. So this is supposed to be a power line crossing, but for just shits and giggles, instead of walking straight across there, they decided they needed to run the trail across the boulder field, come down here, hook a left, then we go into the woods, instead of going straight across from where we came out in front of the power line towers, straight along the edge. So yeah, I guess Pennsylvania's just real proud of their rocks, so they saw another opportunity to make sure you got to climb on some of them. So that's the route the path took. I guess I can always be thankful they didn't route us all the way down there to just for shits and giggles. We're gonna hook this left here and go into the woods. So we'll see you down trail. Here's Trail Angel Mun doing her thing again. It's just so unbelievable. I can't thank her enough right now. At least I'm assuming it's a her. Yeah, Mun, whoever you are awesome. This section just felt a little eerie, so I figured I'd jump on and record some of it. Not sure, can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's just the trees or most of them. The trees are straight up. Oh, wait a minute, no they're not. But yeah, the majority of them are straight up. Baby branches at the bottom and just spread out at the top, but it's like the trail is just narrow, with the trees coming right up. Yeah, just something different. There's another one of these cement signs. State game lands. Washington. Yeah, okay. I guess I didn't see the other side. It said state game lands, so I guess that kind of clears up what these are, I guess. I don't know. Oh well. Oh look, they put a sign that said trail. I don't know if people kept getting lost or going forward. That's what I would have done. I don't know where the public hunting grounds, Penny Game Commission boundary. I don't know. And they got a lot of these big blobby white marks on a lot of the trees. I mean, they're definitely not the 2x6 But there technically should have been a double blaze there to identify the turn. Then they wouldn't have had to put another sign up. But yeah, looks like there's plenty of blazes, so this should be the way. We'll see you down there. So these private property signs are showing up literally like 5 feet off the trail to the left. So I'm not gonna go back into my spiel about will the trail always be here, but yeah, that's pretty much what's crossing my mind right now as I start passing these. Now I don't know, since nobody put a name as far as who owns the land. I have no idea who it is. It could be the ATC or someone associated with the ATC, I don't know, but I'm just gonna leave it there, and I'll see you guys down trail. This is a nice little campsite. Seems like there's so many options in this section for camping. It's interesting. Definitely seen more campsites, tent sites today than I have in quite a while. Official, unofficial, documented, undocumented, whatever the case may be. I actually saw a sign towards the beginning of the day that said something about established campsites, and it was I don't want to call it letterhead, but it had the ATC, and I believe it's the NPS, National Park Services, emblems on the bottom corners. Saw the same sign hanging at one campsite, but that's it. So I'm not sure. Again, I'm still not sure what the difference is between official and unofficial, because I don't think I've seen anything other than a shelter that's been a designated campsite. Well, I guess that's a lie. I actually just passed one today that said it was a campsite and had a sign. I forget the name of it, but yeah, most campsites, at least according to gut hooks, are quote unquote unofficial, or they're not documented at all. Very, very few that I can think of that actually had signs calling out a tent site. Most shelters talk about having overflow or tent areas for tents. But yeah, I guess I'm not sure why that is. Like I said, I'm still confused or don't know what the difference is between official and unofficial, I would think. See, look, here's another one. And we're less than 2 minutes down trail. So, yep, just to show you. Okay, yeah, I guess point has been made. I'll see you guys down trail. This is it. Approaching the George W. Outer Bridge Shelter. This was my second choice for the day. 24 miles. Yeah, I got 24.44, so that checks. So I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of Pace and Bulldog, and see where they're at. Like I said, I don't know if they lucked out and got a ride into town or not. They were just sitting there eating their lunch, but it's hard telling. But I got some crazy ideas spinning, so based off where they're at and how far away they are, I'll possibly get back on here and talk about some other ideas. So I'm not sure there's a chair here, but yeah, there were notes about bees. I saw one wasp down there. Kind of dark. I don't see any hives. But yeah. Okay, I'll stop here.